good afternoon, because now I think it is afternoon. My name is Sylvia Aparicio. I'm an Executive Vice President and Chief Lending Officer for First Community Bank. I've been in banking since 1991. I'm not going to do the math because I do math all day. So, we're a small community bank, and I actually used to work for Claiborne Bank because I used to live in Kingsville, and I don't have a problem saying it's a great bank, and I know Gabe, I know Joe Hinkle, and I think one of the blessings about Corpus Christi is that you do have small community banks that are willing to help small businesses and individuals with their individual consumer needs. We also do mortgages. We have a full staff SBA department. The department head of our SBA department used to work for the SBA. So he is very, very knowledgeable of the different programs. We are very involved in funding 7A and 504 loans. We just approved a loan. Actually, we've got two 504s that we just approved for hotels, multi-million-dollar projects. So you can come in, talk to us about how the 504 project is formed and how that works. But just coming in and talking to a lender and getting educated and having the business plan, as Gabe said, and working with the Innovative Center and Small Business Development Council. I was very glad to see in the program today all the different agencies that are here, because as startup businesses, the challenge that banks have, Wells and Claiborne and First Community, is that capital injection that you may not have as a startup. And it's these agencies that are here that will help with that start. We were at an event last night that the SBDC Center put on last night that was awarding some awards. And there was a gentleman there from Jason's Deli. He started out when he was 57 years old. 22 years later, he is now, I believe, opening up and constructing his 16th location. And it was very interesting, and it was kind of a proud moment that we have somebody, in our neighborhood in Corpus Christi, Texas, that has had such a great success. And he talked about hard work, and we all know that that's part of the equation of success. So it's getting around people like that, just seeking them out and coming in, visiting with us, knowing what your options are. The educational part, I think, is extremely important for new businesses. One of the things that he talked about, and the reason I'm referring to him, because I feel like he was just such a huge success story, but he talked about hard work. He talked about knowing what you need to do before you actually get into the endeavor that you're going to get into. In banking, it kind of reminded me, we're a state-regulated bank, and our banking commissioner will tell us as bankers, don't get into a product line that you don't know about, because that's what's going to get the bank in trouble. It's the same thing in any kind of business. So you have to get educated in what you're going to get involved in, know all the aspects as much as you can. And as bankers, we're here to help. I think sometimes the perceptions are you have to have a whole lot of money or you have to have a whole lot of assets. It's not true. I mean, we're here to help people. Our jobs as bankers is to manage risk, and we find ways to mitigate that risk. And that's how we go about in helping new businesses get started. So we've got a table in the back. I've got our marketing assistant with me today. So we'll be glad to visit with you and answer any questions and get you kind of routed to the right person. Thank you.
Thank you.